Today, I'll be telling you about Asperger Syndrome. To give you a brief overview of what the syndrome is and what I'll be presenting, first, I'll talk about what Asperger Syndrome is, then I'll explain the biological pathways, the diagnosis and treatment, genotype and mechanism, phenotype, and we'll wrap up with a conclusion. So you may be wondering what Asperger Syndrome is. It's a high-functioning autism, classified under autism spectrum disorder, known as ADS. Individuals with this condition have average or above average IQ level. To give you a brief history, it's named after the Austrian pediatrician Hans Asperger, who diagnosed 4 children with this disorder. Characteristics of this disorder include unique behaviors and interests, difficulty with social situations, emotions, and communication. The biological pathways are still not completely understood by scientists and doctors. However, there is some understanding as to how these work. While there are no known specific biological pathways that cause this, meaning there's not one that applies to every individual with this condition, there have been many genes found that have been associated with this condition. The known pathways that have caused this are balanced de novo translocation, where 2 non-homologous chromosomes exchange parts, and this is not a mutation passed down from other family members, which is why it's de novo. For diagnosis and treatment, children are generally diagnosed around the age where they enter school. While there are no specific treatments available, individuals with Asperger syndrome can be given special attention to help them overcome challenges they may face. For example, they could go through speech therapy, have social skills training, and have other specialized programs at schools wherever they are available. The genotype and mechanism. Mutations in many genes simultaneously cause this condition. An affected child could be predisposed to factors that increase risk, but also it is environmentally influenced. As I previously mentioned before, there are many genes that have been found to be related to autism in general, and in fact there are about 100 that have been found to be related to autism. Males are 3 to 4 times more likely to be born with the condition than females. An example of 2 genes associated with X-linked Asperger's, which is also why males are more likely to be born with the condition than females, is the NLGN4 gene on chromosome XP22 and the NLGN3 gene on chromosome XQ13. Phenotype. Social deficits and restricted interests are one of the primary factors of this condition. For example, an individual with this condition could become extremely interested in one topic and mostly only talk about that single interest. They often also speak in a strange tone of voice and can be clumsy and awkward. However, individuals with this condition have no mental retardation and can have higher than average IQ levels. Therefore, individuals can still be very successful if they have Asperger syndrome. A great example of this is Professor John Elder Robinson. He is the co-chair of Neurodiversity Working Group at College of William & Mary, a best-selling author, autistic self-advocate, among other things. He's pictured to the right. In conclusion, Asperger syndrome is important to society as it is so prevalent. In fact, estimates for autism spectrum disorder are estimated to be about 1 out of 48 males and 1 in 252 females in the United States as of 2012. While this is more broad than just Asperger's, it still shows that it's prevalent. Further research still needs to be conducted, and public schools should develop their programs to help students with this condition. Individuals with Asperger syndrome have challenges, but they are still able to be extremely successful. Thank you. These are my sources.